Booming Thunder Radio, where we groove as the spirit moves. Yeah. Drawing the honey from the rock with the righteous Reverend Doctor on Booming Thunder Radio. Ye mighty friends, good morning, and welcome to Seek First the Kingdom. Almighty Father, let our prayers this day bring us closer to the righteousness of your Son's glory in our hearts. That love of the truth within each of us, the hope of everlasting, Father. Oh, may our children and our grandchildren sing praises for what we endured for them, that they could be set free. Yea, and that the perfecting of the unseen world of truth, yea, that mystery Babylon is twisted into evil from the 200 fallen angels, those that were everlasting angels, never meant to be upon the earth in their mind. But in their rebuke of our Father's wisdom, in their unwillingness and pride to honor a humble, righteous man upon the earth filled with the love of the truth, yea, and the lust of the flesh, they have overcome, unimaginable to these demons, these angels, these 200 fallen that birthed eternal spirits that could not die. Yet they had no sleep, no rest, when their mortal bodies passed on. You see, the spirit world is real and true, mighty friend. Doubt it not. And when you begin to believe that the spirit world truly controls this world, this carnal realm, this 6% of your mind that the Father that created you, the one many deny, he is the one in control. He is the one that controls the spirit. All the little g gods that you profess, all the principalities in your hands. Yea, H0Ur HaMashiach brought them all forth for the faithfulness in his heart for his Father, mighty Jehovah. And we, the us, ye who are enduring for our children and the love of the truth that guards our hearts and gives us the sharp double-edged sword of the parable word that makes evil tremble for the truth, ye wield it in a way that they understand, and that the prisoners of the earth, ye would begin to see when darkness is slain, and the pharmakia in the water, yea, their sorcery revealed upon our government, yea, a Dr. Mobot, yea, you know who you are. Be not evil in your heart. Read the word. The word is everything. The word is God. God is spirit, and the word is the truth. And when spirit and truth are combined, the word becomes the living word in your heart, mighty friend. Yea, let us take this little bit of a journey today. Yea, we came this morning, and wisdom received the blade, and she opened her pages at 1 Kings. Yea, mighty friends, we'll begin around page 583, which is our number, the our holy number today, 583. So let's take a quick peek before we move everlasting upon the earth in the living word in our hearts. That we can read the Torah and teach it to our children when they come upon us willingly to learn it. Having turned away from their wickedness unseen by mortal men. The matured men that have become angels upon the earth for their righteousness unseen. But they use the power of God for wickedness and not for the truth, which they are condemned for concealing. So let's get out our e-sword, this glowing blade, and let's grab hold of the hilt in such a way that the lightsaber loom comes upon each of us. The old brown driver Briggs, a Hebrew pie favorite, for H583. For our page number, we begin today. And we look in the strong man and see what the Hebrew, the right hand, had to say, and the bicep, and the tricep, and the shoulder wielding this blade. It is Enosh. The BDB definition is a man, like Adam. But Enos, being a man, was also the son of Seth. And it's related to the BDB and the strongman number H582. Now, which is a man sickened by the woman that he refuses to give the word of the seed of truth unto, in his blindness. And in her servitude to the eternal Father, she must meter out the oil and try to work with the spirit that she understands. For she has been given 7 spirits in her hand. I pray that her receiving the truth, the word of truth from you, has saved her. That one woman the Father made just for you, brother. Cry for a little while and you'll be forgiven for your blindness. Put it aside, brother, and walk in the truth now. This is the old knotted up limb cut off the pine tree. When you get old, you don't even see it anymore. But it makes the tree strong right there. Yeah, mortal man. 582. Let's see what our complete word study dictionary has to say. Oh, it doesn't have to say too much. It just talks about it being a proper noun. It gives us a couple of, here's one. 1 Chronicles 1:1. Yeah, let's see what that says. Adam, Seth, and Enosh. H583, there it is. Yeah, the son of Seth. You can't make this stuff up. This is the spirit that controls this world. Yeah, that you may marvel at the word everlasting. And get that mustard seed in your heart as we, the spirit of truth within each of us looks upon the Greek 583, which means to write down, enroll, register in a census, to cause oneself to be enrolled. Are you enrolled? Have you raised your hand on high into mighty Jehovah? The eternal Father revealed but by one, his Son in the earth. And it's only by our love of the Word does it come alive in our heart and unlock the heavens upon the earth, enrolling oneself with the hope of the glory I spoke of. And you move in the Word every day, faithful and true, and the Spirit, will begin in the mysterious way of heaven. But you must get aboard Noah's ark, the ancient ark built by wise men with gopher wood. The raging of the sea, 40 days and 40 nights. You must distill the best source of clean water you can get, drop by drop, 5 hours a gallon at a time, and hold it up above your head in a glass container and bless the water with the spirit of truth in your heart, and give it first to yourself 40 days and 40 nights. Drink nothing but this water and eat what you must. But be faithful in the word in what you eat, sparingly during these 40 days. But drink only this water your hands have blessed, and the curse of Mystery Babylon will be broken, and the living word will begin. Your love of the truth can manifest beyond imagination, making the way straight, restoring all things in your heart, that you and the master, the wise master builder, the one revealed by the everlasting glory, the firmament of the sky, of the sun in your heart. Let us move faithful and true upon the earth. And wisdom parted at 583. And what a mysterious little journey that was with the strong man this day. Hallelujah, H0Ur. H0Ur Holy. So let us begin with the sword, the word in our right hand, the sword of the Spirit in our left hand. As we start in 1 Kings 20 this day, a war with a ram. Our love for our brother in our heart. Let it not tear your heart apart, that your brother could devour you like a wolf. You stand with peace in your heart. A firm foundation established under your feet. And the raging emerald ocean crashing against your lighthouse will have no effect. For there's no sand under your feet on the beach of evermore. We stand upon the rock. Now, Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, gathered all his army. And there were 32 kings with him. 33 in all, and horses and chariots. And he went up and besieged Samaria and fought against it. Then he sent messengers to the city of Ahab, king of Israel, and said to him, Thus says Ben-Hadad, Your silver and your gold are mine. Your most beautiful wives and children are also mine. The king of Israel replied, It is according to your word, my Lord, O king, I am yours, and all I have, and all that I have. Then the messengers returned and said, Thus says Ben-Hadad, Surely I sent to you, saying, You shall give me your silver and your gold and your wives and your children. But about this time tomorrow I will send my servants to you, and they will search your house and the houses of your servants, and whatever is desirable in your eyes they will take in their hand and carry away. Then the king of Israel called all the elders of the land and said, Please observe and see how this man is looking for trouble. For he sent to me for my wives and my children and my silver and my gold. And I did not refuse him. In our blindness, in their pharmakia upon us, their fluoride treatment, their warning in the small print upon the back to call disease control if your child swallows it, because it may kill them. Fluoride meant for adults in a child's mouth will kill them. Do you understand this? Fluoride treatment, the Nazis were experts at this. Like a Reynolds wrap did they come with baked potato and pork ribs. All the elders and all the people said to him, Do not listen or consent. So he said to the messengers of Ben-Hadad, Tell my lord the king, all that you sent for to your servant at the first I will do, but this thing I cannot do. And the messengers departed and brought him word again. Ben-Hadad sent to him and said, May the gods do so to me and more also, if the dust of Samaria will suffice for handfuls for all the people who followed Ben-Hadad. Wow, that's a pretty heavy curse to put on yourself there, old Ben-Hadad. Then the king of Israel replied, tell him, let not him who girds on boast like him who takes off. When heard this message, as he was drinking with the kings in the temporary shelters, he said to his servants, station. So they stationed against the city. Now behold, a prophet approached Ahab, king of Israel, and said, thus says mighty Jehovah, have you seen all this great multitude? Behold, mighty Jehovah will deliver them into your hand today, and you shall know that the Spirit of truth is Jehovah. May he be in each of our hearts forever upon the earth. And Ahab said, by whom? So he said, thus says mighty Jehovah, by the young men of the rulers of the provinces. And then he said, who shall begin the battle? And he answered, you spotless ones, are you billy goats? Who comes for who? Then all the mustard seed he had planted, each and every day, mighty Father, spreading it out, unseen upon the earth, taken in like the ocean from the river. Then he mustered the young men of the rulers of the provinces, and there were 232. And after them he mustered all the people, even all the sons of Israel, 7,000. Do you hear? I saw 7,000 come, east to west, like lightning they came, and now the booming thunder is heard by all. It shall come about, the one who escapes from the sword of Hazael, Jehu, shall put to death, and the one who escapes from the sword of Jehu, Elisha, shall put to death. Yet the Spirit of truth, will leave 7,000 in Israel, all the knees that have not bowed to Baal, Baal, and every mouth that has not kissed him. So he departed from there and found Elisha, the son of Shaphat, while he was plowing with 12 pairs before, and he himself was the 12th. Mighty friends. And the spirit of Elijah passed over each of us and threw his mantle upon each of them this day. A willing vessel, a manna fasted hope of glory, a faith. What is faith? Faith is the hope of things not seen. And those that wait upon the wings of the eagle, they shall be strengthened and lifted up by the mystery of heaven before their eyes. And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah. Please let me kiss my father and my mother, then I will follow you. And he said to him, Go back again for what I have done to you. Go back again. What have I done to you? So he returned from following him, and took the pair of ox, and sacrificed, both of them, and boiled their flesh, while the implements, with the implements of the oxen, and gave to the people, and they ate. Then he arose and followed Elijah, and ministered to him. They went out at noon, high noon, 12 o'clock high, like the noonday sun. The truth in a man's heart, and not the love of the lie anymore. They went out at noon while Ben-Hadad was drinking himself drunk in the temporary shelters with the 32 kings who helped him. The young men of the rulers of the provinces went out first, and Ben-Hadad went out, and they told him, saying, Men have come out from Samaria. Then he said, If they have come out for peace, take them alive, or if they have come out for war, take them alive. So these went out from the city, the young men of the rulers of the provinces, and the army which followed them. They killed each man, and the Arameans fled, and Israel pursued them. And Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, escaped on a horse with horsemen. The king of Israel went out and struck the horses and chariots, and killed the Arameans with a great slaughter. Let us never draw natural blood. Let the spirit of truth lay waste in the spirit. That the gods evil worship Yea, let the Eternal One command them to sift, yea, the gods they worship, to sift them till they receive the love of the truth in their heart. Yea, put each in their little chamber, 70 generations in the temple. Yea, crowd them in. Yea, those that are three of everlasting glory, but a copy of the three, yea, that 33%, yea, that goes to the lake of fire. Then the prophet came near to the king of Israel and said to him, Go, strengthen yourself and observe and see what you have to do. For at the turn of the year, the king of Aram will come up against you. Yea. About 10 days from now will be the night of darkness, where there is no light. In the night, only the burning of the pillars of fire. Yea, the truth, and not the lie in the hollowed out places. The true burning bush, not the one they twisted, the blackness of the golden oil. Yea, their twisted word, twisted way, their statues before the blindness of eyes. Now, the servants of the king of Aram said to him, Their gods are gods of the mountains, therefore they were stronger than we. But rather, let us fight against them in the plain. Surely we will be stronger than they. Do this thing, remove the kings, each from his place, and put captains in their place, and muster an army from the seed of mustard in their heart. Yeah, let the army of glory that you have lost, come horse for horse and chariot for chariot. Then we will fight against them in the plain, and surely we will be stronger than they. And he listened to their voice and did so. At the turn of the year, Ben-Hadad mustered the Arameans and went up to Aphek to fight against Israel. The sons of Israel were mustered, yea, mighty men of valor and honor, and were provisioned and went to meet them. And the sons of Israel camped before them like two little flocks of goats. But the Arameans filled the country. Then a man of God came near and spoke to the king of Israel and said, Thus says Yahovah, because the Arameans have said, Yahovah is a God of mountains, but he is not a God of valleys. Therefore, I will give all this great multitude into your hand, and you shall know that the Spirit of truth is Yahovah. So they camped one over against the other 7 days. Yea, by the women washed. And on the 7th day the battle was joined, and the sons of Israel killed the Armenians, 100,000 foot soldiers in just one day. But the rest fled to Aphek into the city, and the wall fell on 27,000 men who were left. And Ben-Hadad fled and came into the city, into an inner chamber. Yea, that inner chamber we spoke of. Yea, made for his hollowed outness. His servant said to him, Behold, now we have heard that the kings of the house of Israel are merciful kings. Please let us put sackcloth on our loins and ropes on our heads. Yea, even nooses around their necks, and go out to the king of Israel. Perhaps he will save your life. So they girded sackcloth on their loins and ropes on their heads, and came to the king of Israel and said, Your servant Ben-Hadad says, Please let me live. And he said, Is he still alive? He is my brother. Now the men took this as an omen, and quickly, catching his word, said, Your brother Ben-Hadad. Then he said, Go bring him. Then Ben-Hadad came out to him, and he took him up into the chariot, yea, the chariot of fire, and said unto him, The cities which my fathers took from your father, I will restore, and you shall make streets for yourself in Damascus. Yea, and that treasured land shone as my father made in Samaria. Ahab said, And I will let you go with this covenant. So he made a covenant with him and let him go. Now a certain man of the sons of the prophets said to another by the word of Jehovah, Yea, please strike him. Yea. But the man refused to strike him. Then he said to him, Because you have not listened to the voice of Jehovah, behold, as soon as you have departed from me, a lion will kill you. Yeah, there are lions' clubs all around this great promised land. And if you understand that you are in Mystery Babylon, yea, the Colosseum of all, and there is only one thing that can save us, the Spirit of truth in our hearts. Yea, will make evil tremble, make the lions roar, and devour those that would not manifest the word of everlasting glory in the earth. Then he found another man and said, Please strike. And the man struck him, wounding him. So the prophet departed and waited for the king by the way, and disguised himself with a bandage over his eyes. As the king passed by, he cried to the king and said, "Your servant went out into the midst of the battle, and behold, a man turned aside and brought a man to me and said, Guard this man. If for any reason he is missing, then your life shall be for his life, or else you shall pay a talent of silver. Do you hear? A weight measured by a messenger, yea, a mercury-headed dime, and an axe wielded, yea, by the Spirit of truth. None other." Then he hastily took the bandage away from his eyes, and the king of Israel recognized him, that he was of the prophets, and said to him, "Thus says Jehovah, because you have let go out of your hand the man whom I had devoted to destruction, therefore your life shall go for his life, and your people for his people." So the king of Israel went to his house, sullen and vexed, and came to Samaria. Now it was about after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel beside the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. Ahab spoke to Naboth, saying, "Give me your vineyard that I may have it for a vegetable garden, because it is close beside my house, and I will give you a better vineyard than it in its place. If you like, I will give you the price of it in money." But Naboth said to Ahab, "Mighty Jehovah forbid me that I should give you the inheritance of my fathers." So Ahab came into his house, sullen and vexed, because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he said, "I will not give you the inheritance of my fathers." For he lay down in his bed, and turned away his face, and ate no food. But Jezebel his wife came to him, and said to him, "How is it that your spirit is so sullen that you are not eating food?" So he said to her, "Because I spoke to Naboth the Jezreelite, and said to him, Give me your vineyard for money, or else, if it pleases you, I will give you a vineyard in its place." But he said, "I will not give you my vineyard." Jezebel, his wife, said to him, "Do you now reign over Israel? Arise, eat bread, and let your heart be joyful. I will give you the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite." So she wrote letters in Ahab's name, and sealed them with his seal, and sent letters to the elders and to the nobles who were living with Naboth in his city. Now she wrote in the letters, saying, "Proclaim a fast, and seat Naboth at the head of the people, and seat 2 worthless men before him, and let them testify against him, saying, You cursed God and the king. Then take him out and stone him to death. Yea, Jezebel brought 2 lying spirits forth, yea, coming against, yea, the word of everlasting glory in a man's heart. For they were worthless men, full of many demonic, yea, eternal spirits, that these eternal spirits could be in the earth, yea, for they're eternal, and they are stricken here, yea, dry places, oceans. So Jezebel sent letters with a cunning plan of lying. You know, when a red bird is seen hanging, when there should be 7, but there's really only 5, and one of them is a copy, yea, of the one that makes the 6, yea, the 6 little birds, so harmless as they sit upon the wire, yea, until they flutter their wings, can you see the 6 upon the right, and the 6 upon the left, and the 6 that sit upon the wire. So be cautious, and know at the birth of Israel, ye brought forth the scribes, and every jot and tittle, yea, these mighty men of honor, yea, men of truth, even in this principality of the lands, the 7 portions upon the earth, yea, the ones in favor and the ones blind. Oh, Jezebel's plot. Why do you put up with her in your churches? Circumcise your heart by raising your fig leaf, removing the stem, yea, that the bell would ring no more, that the crack of liberty would be filled in the wall, yea, that what was once meant for wickedness is now meant to rule and judge the darkness. Do you not know you will judge the angels, mighty friends? Lovers of the truth, overcomers of the darkness. Yea, we shall judge the angels. Yea, their indictments are sealed, waiting the appointed time. Yea, when the wall is done, And the manna falls each morning in the desert once again. Yea, that the treasured land would receive the rain, a planting of the trees in the promised places of our promised land. A place where He, the Eternal One, wants His name established. Each portion, the 7 spirits of the churches in Yahushua's hand, the right hand, Ben, the son of the right hand. So the men of his city, the elders and the nobles who went in his city, did as Jezebel had sent word to them, just as it was written in the letters which she had sent them. They proclaimed a fast and seated Naboth at the head of the people. Then the 2 worthless men came in and sat before him, and the worthless men testified against him, even against Naboth, before the people, saying, Naboth cursed God and the king. Liars, they will receive their reward like lightning from heaven above. So they took him from outside the city and stoned him to death with stones by the word of 2 men that lied. Yea, the goose and the gander, Father. Yea, let the stone mason who has not sinned, who has been forgiven for his sin, throw the first stone upon the wickedness that they were made and shown to see. Yea, that their cannonballs could be stacked. Yea, and the 5 upon the top. Yea, would be the candles burning brightly upon one with a candelabra in the night, seeking the word of truth, and the 2, to make the 7 spirits in the one, a new beginning, a circumcision on the 8th day of your heart. Yea, not the eating of the flesh of carnal men, but a love of the truth in our hearts is what makes us young and live upon the earth as Adam and as an Eve of destruction. But when that one made for that one gives that treasured joy in the earth, the seed of the word, then, yea, the brilliance, yea, the manifested glory behind the veil, the 2 as one, yea, the loving kindness, waiting for the glory. Fly like an eagle, raise the valley Circumcise the flap of your heart. Throw the squared arc like a piece of pie upon the plate. Ye, the edges of the crust golden like the oil. Ye, eating it up, sweet as honey upon our lips. And then when our eyes are opened, it burns in our belly. But rage not, seek the truth and the secret place, that you can have the faithful witness, which is the ability to rage when the truth is revealed, and the spirit of truth that revealed it, quenching, the boiling pot in your blood. Refining the fire for the gold in your heart. Your water first turned into wine, and then the wine into the blood, and the spirit and the truth of the living word. The carnal man's mind opened up to 100% of what the Father made us to become. When they killed this righteous man, they released a power, seen by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Can you dig that? Well, dig this, brother. Obi-Wan. Too, mighty friend. A kinfolk in the knowing. Obi-Wan, kin knowing. Obi-Wan Kenobi, When you can wrap your head around this digital world was created to manifest the sons of glory and to stand as a pomegranate with the bells ringing all around us, is the only way, that the narrow way of truth, a man can survive until he becomes an angel that makes evil tremble by the word of their mouth that commands the spirit of truth that's within each of us, that humble ourselves, gold in our heart, not the wickedness of gold seen on the outside of ears, but gold in our hearts unseen in the refiner's fire. These are things worthy, Then they sent word to Jezebel, saying, Naboth has been stoned and is dead. When Jezebel heard that Naboth had been stoned and was dead, Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, which he refused to give you for money, for Naboth is not alive, but dead. The parable of the vineyard began here. When Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, Ahab arose to go down to the vineyard of Naboth, the Jezreelite, to take possession of it. Then the word of mighty Jehovah came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, who is in Samaria. Wicked kings of 10. Behold, he is in the vineyard, slaying all that were therein, defile his carnal word. The vineyard of Naboth, where he has gone down to take possession of it. You shall speak to him, saying, Thus says mighty Jehovah, have you murdered and also taken possession? And you shall speak to him, saying, Thus says mighty Jehovah, in the place where the dogs licked up the blood of Naboth, the dogs will lick up your, even yours. Ahab said to Elijah, Have you found me, O my enemy? And he said, I have found you this day, because you have sold yourself to do evil in the sight of mighty Jehovah. Behold, the Spirit of truth will bring evil upon you, and will utterly sweep you away, and will cut off from Ahab every male, both bond and free in Israel. The circumcision of their vine dresses work in the earth to deceive the hearts of men. And the Spirit of truth will make our house magnificent, a mansion. And Elijah's spirit. The Spirit of truth will make your house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Aiah, because of the provocation with which you have provoked the Spirit of truth to anger, and because you have made Israel sin. O Jezebel, also has mighty Jehovah spoken, saying, The dogs will eat Jezebel in the district of Jezreel. The one belonging to Ahab, who dies in the city, the dogs will eat. And the one who dies in the field, the birds of heaven will eat. 1 Kings 14 and 11 is the faithful witness. 14 and 11 for all you billy goats. 1 Kings 14 and 11. Let it be shoved down your throat, that you can receive mercy and truth for the wickedness in your heart. Surely there was no one like Ahab, who sold himself to do evil in the sight of H0Ur HaMashiach, because Jezebel his wife incited him. He acted very abominably in following idols, according to all that the Amorites had done, whom mighty Jehovah cast out before the sons of Israel. 1 Kings 15 and 12. It came about when Ahab heard these words, that he tore his clothes and put on sackcloth and fasted, and he lay in sackcloth and went about despondently. Then the word of Yahovah came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, Do you see how Ahab has humbled himself before me? Because he has humbled himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his day, but I will bring the evil upon his house in his son's days. 2 Kings 9:25 through 37. Just so all you billy goats that have twisted the word can try to twist this word, which is upon you, like all those millstones, rolling along your side. You know the depths of the darkness of the deep that you will be flesh eaten in. The dark, lonely desert, that place, that scorched land given us, those that abide, that will bring forth the miracle of the rain in the land, in each one's promised land, making it flourish. A desert that brings forth water, fruits, nuts, vegetables, a living water. I'll let you, spotless rams, lovers of the truth, begin in 1 Kings 22 and let you read about the new rulers coming forth in the promised land, that treasured place given each of us in our heart. Hallelujah, H0Ur HaMashiach. Mighty friends. What's that? You smell something. Now what could you possibly smell? All right. Oh, look how golden brown it is, y'all. Get out of here with that white apron on. Don't come in the kitchen unless you got the red apron on. Do you hear me? And no pie for you. You only get pie if you dye that apron red. Cut the flap off the front. Pour your heart out. That you can eat the pie of a day. For everlasting. For the word of pie is everlasting. And the spirit of truth, that controls all. Today's slice of Hebrew pie, 35, is behind the veils. Now, if you want to follow along, HebrewPI.com, that private eye place. You look for 2 faithful witnesses there. And look for 35 in that first big block of numbers, about a double portion down the page. And you'll come and you'll see the bride in her completeness upon the wedding night. Hebrew pie 35, the sum of 380, y'all. The same as the sum of, the slice of pie yesterday. Now what are the possibilities that the sum of Hebrew pie 40, which came yesterday, when all our troubles seemed so far away, and today at Hebrew pie 35, with the same sum of 3, 8, and an O. The Hebrew pie 35, behind the veils. One more time, y'all. Behind the veils. Yahovah, Son's bride, a bride in her completeness, rejoices in revelation, taking in the seed, now with opened eyes. A family united, nourished forever behind the veils. The mysteries of the Gentiles are now being fulfilled. Symbolic of the Sabbath day, resting, receiving repentant strength and reward. Yahovah's breath of apostolic revelation, a seed now broken, growing the tools for weapons of the coming war. The door outside and in releases the Ruach of God upon men, cutting and slashing, removing darkness and sin. With blessings the paupers reveal the tabernacle's veil within. With spirituality to see the door, for it has been opened so that the remnant can come forth. Yea, all those that thirst and long for more. Hallelujah, mighty friend. May your longing be fulfilled. Yea, not by Sally who sells shells by the seashore. Yea, may you stand upon the rock. Yea, and watch the surfer girl go by. Yea, Elijah has seen the remnant. Yea, the surfer girl coming forth in our time. Yeah, can you dig that, mighty friends? Be groovy.